Hey, Shalom. It's the brother Bayan here to bring you another quick lesson. Prior to get started, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and you Akim and you Akwah, which are you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. All right, and this lesson here is going to be another quick one. It's going to be also a continuation of my last lesson that I posted on the basis of how do you want to be found, when the Lord returns. All right, because ultimately we live in a crazy ass society, crazy ass world, crazy ass captivity where it's tempting, it's tempting to step back out into the world. But, for you brothers and sisters that's watching, that's the quickest way, to get yourself killed. All right. The last thing you want to do is in this time of grace is to walk away from the Lord, to step away from the Lord. All right. Having that fear in everything, of the possibilities that could go wrong, And again, it's just not the time for that. All right. And that's what, we ultimately got to remind ourselves, through this walk, through this journey, to the kingdom of being circumspect. All right. Taking those calculated, well thought, risk, the chances that when we move about in our day, in our daily lives. All right. But I'm going to kick it off right here with the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. All right. And this is King Solomon. All right. This is, again, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 1. And I'm going to read down a good bit, I'm going to read all the way down about 8. All right. But it says, to everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven. All right. It's a season and it's a time for everything. All right. But we need to understand that the season that we're in right now is the time to be locked in. All right. The time to again, what I said in the previous video, to be found without blame, to be found without blemish, to be putting the work in. All right. Keeping the first things first. This is what this season is. This is not the season to bullshit. All right. To give off to your most crazy thoughts, your crazy lusts, which we're constantly fighting day in and day out. All right. It's not time for that. All right. And it's just about to go down on a list of, it's a time for this, a time for that. But this is verse 2. It says, it's a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. All right. And as we, should know right now, we're in a spiritual battle right now. All right. We're in the middle of some spiritual warfare, fighting against the carnalities of this world, fighting against our own flesh, fighting against these demons that's on this earth right now. All right. But ultimately, again, for you to have that, to be an anointing of things, consider yourself blessed, man. All right. Consider yourself blessed to understand that it's a time for all of these things, and pick the correct, the correct doings that you're supposed to do. All right. Which is your due diligence, which is the fear of the Most High, and, pretty much just stay out the way, man. All right. Doing the works of the Lord. That should be the first and foremost thing on your mindset. All right. Once you lose that, hey, you're done. All right. Hey, consider yourself dead. You're a dead man. All right. And why would you even want to put yourself in that situation? All right. Just for I believe it's in Hebrews when it talks about Moses, choosing to suffer with his people rather than to go out and have fun for for just a season, all right? Because he was the adopted son of Pharaoh. You know, Moses could have lived it up at that time. But around that time, he knew, hey, this is not the time to do that. This is my people. This is what I need to be doing right now. All right, so I'm going to choose to suffer, and I'm going to go ahead and put this work in. All right. But continuing on, that's it on Ecclesiastes. I'm going to jump to the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, and 37. This is red letters, Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, hold on, Salaki. This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, and I'm going to start at 37. But it says, but red letters again, Yahweh Shai speaking. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of man, of the Son of Man, be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right, in which everybody should know the story of Noah. All right, Noah, got the word of what he needed to do, and he instantly just went straight to work, man. All right, and as Noah was putting the work in and doing the things that he needed to do, what was everybody else doing? Oh, nah, man, we ain't never seen rain before. What are you talking about? It's not gonna rain out here, and that's how they look at us right now. All right, oh, America going down, missiles, World War III, what? Come on, man. America ain't never lost nothing like that. All right, this thing is going to continue forever. America is the greatest. This is what people is thinking. All right, so they still looking for ways to get it. They still looking for the baddest women. For their bloodline to continue. Jake is still in that mindset of, again, as the days of Noah, of drinking, marrying, and giving into marriage. All right, folly and bullshit. Just to sum it up at the end of the day, which is known with with our people, 2/3 of our people. The saying, niggas going nig. You know what I'm saying? And just going to continue to party and bullshit, until it's too late. All right. But again, we have the opportunity to put this work in. All right. We have the opportunity to better ourselves for the kingdom. All right. That's the golden ticket that we have, man. And we need to understand that ultimately it's the biggest gift that could ever be given. To be in the knowing of this thing and have an opportunity to work out your salvation. All right. Knowing that it's not easy. It is not easy at all, man. All right. All of these things that, Jake was in the world before. So you'll see some things that's kind of like, that's a bit tempting. All right. But at the end of the day, like, is it expedient for me right now? All right. Are these, is this gonna help me? Is it gonna build me in a spirit in any type of way for me to work towards my crown? Or is this gonna help me throw away my crown? All right. You gotta think, it's only two ways that this thing could go. And Lord willing, you stay on the right path. All right. But I'm gonna end it off right here in the book of Sirach. I believe it was chapter 18. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18 and 27. It says, a wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense, but a fool will not observe time. All right. And again, that's going back to being circumspect. All right. It says a wise man will fear into everything. All right. Making sure every step is correct, to the best of your ability, because ultimately, you always got to remind yourself that, all right, your steps are not going to be perfect. All right. You're not going to be able to continue, down just completely righteous things. All right. Jake is going to go off. You always got to know that. But, having that fear of like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. Having that in your mindset, cleansing yourself at the end of the day. All right. But again, 2/3 of our people, they don't give a damn. All right. And it's a reward that's going to come for them not giving a damn. All right. But in this opportunity, this grace period that we're in right now, be circumspect, move circumspectly, you know. But again, this was just going to be a part 2 quick hit from the previous lesson, and I prayed that this lesson was edifying. So prior to get out of here, I want to give infinite and honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and you Akim and you Akwat, which is you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. And Shalom.